I didn't even notice. Oh, thanks a million, sir.
Okay then, that was an important decision I just made on the fly. Okay.
Don't keep the god president waiting, Ranger.
So I guess we're gonna try and repair all the other terminals, I guess.
In the sanctuary of the whole...
Sister Nancy Forge, a squat bulldog of a woman, wipes her hand with an oil-stained cloth. Her work belt is overloaded with tools and guns.
Hey there, friends. Sister Nancy Forge, Ronnie's fourth wife, and his armorer. Made all our guns, armor, explosives, and that commie-killing Ronnie statue out on our front porch.
That statue's amazing. How did you make the weapon so powerful?
Trade secret, meaning I won't sell it, and you couldn't afford it if I did. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate the compliment, though. Thank you. Anyway, I'm the trader here on top of everything else. You need something? I might have it. And if I don't, you probably don't need it.
What made you choose this trade?
Ronnie called me to it during one of his spells, way back when I was a girl. She has hands of iron for forging steel, he said. When a god tells you your trade, you'd best listen.
How'd you build the statue anyway?
Blood, sweat, and tears, friend. Blood, sweat, and tears. Scavenged and smelted the plating myself, hand ground the laser lenses, and spent a year wrapping the wiring. Also hunted and killed 30 or so scar collectors because I had some parts I needed. Steel, servos, and such.
She winks.
More than a few of the statue's bits and bobs have blood on them. A fitting tribute to America's fighting president, right?
It's really impressive.
Of course it is. I made it. And it's imbued with Ronnie's spirit. It's an all-American, ass-kicking war machine! Yeehaw!
Have to say, you do some fine work here.
Well now, kinda you to say so. What did you like best about it?
Ooh, nerd stuff. You gippers are outfitted with impressive gear?
Fitting them with all that gear was a job and a half. Nice to be appreciated.
Oh, no reputation?
That reminds me. I got some leftovers from that job taking up valuable space. It's yours if you want it.
Yeah.
Make sure you put that to good use, Rangers.
Let's see what you got for sale.
Sure. Have a look.
Awesome! We got a skill book. Oh, you got... what's this? Weird science. Chemtech chest. Armor plus 16 armor resistance to poisoned. Wow, well, when we're gonna get a weird science guy, definitely gonna put this on him. This is the Chemtech. Yeah, this is the Chemtech helmet. Armor healing bonus. Armor healing bonus. Well, let's take it. There we go. So we have it for later. Anything else? How your guns look like? Well, we have better guns than this. Yeah. Okay.
Don't keep the god president waiting, Rangers. You'll find it at the north end of the building.
I wish I could get an audience with the god president.
Book of Bonzo. Your daily sermon for when on the road. Keep away from commies. Okay.
My fellow Americans, well, turn with me now to the Book of Bonzo, Chapter 12, Verse 1. Blessed are the job creators, for the tax cuts they receive will trickle down to the middle class.
I know
Well,
you're a big deal.
Blessed
But that's
are the
federal
nukes,
property.
for they
Guns
protect
are
our freedom
private property.
from the
partner.
evil communists.
Oh no.
Blessed is the oil that sustains our military.
I think because we went through the lockers, then it kind of rode. The reputation went down a bit. So let's not do that. Also, what's that skill book? I think it's armor crafting. Armor crafting? It didn't look like armor, it looked like an eye. So what would an eye be? It's not sneaky shit. Well, it could be sneaky shit. Is it sneaky shit? No, it's armor modding. Okay. Okay then. So this is weapon modding and this is armor modding. And you're... Well, we don't need to max them out. We can just put the thing that gives +1/+1, right? Yeah, we can put this thing on. And we only need to get to level 9, right? So we can get to 8. Wait, over here. Can get to 8, put 1 point, use a skill book. No, get to 8, use a skill book and equip that when you do some modding. And also get to 8, use a skill book and then equip the other thing when we have to do some modding. Okay, that's gonna be awesome actually. So we don't have a lot to do with her. Okay. So we're done with all of these. The speaker next to the door crackers to life.
Welcome to the Western White House. God, President Reagan is expecting you. Please come in.
Enter. The heavy door swings open.
Thank you.
Okay, what are these? Some turrets, mechanic, Reliance, and Buchanan. Valor Buchanan is here, huh?
What is this? Those are the Desert Rangers! They work for my father! You promised to keep me safe!
Calm down, Valor. God President Reagan has everything under control.
Well now, welcome, Patriots. Nancy and I, well, we appreciate your selfless service and want to thank you for it. You are true Americans and, well, good neighbors. Now then, help yourself to some jelly and let's get down to business, shall we? As you know. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to...
Oh, okay, dude.
If it takes a blood, let's get it over with. Well, what do you say?
What are jelly beans?
Diplomacy, of course, is a subtle and nuanced craft. How do you tell a communist? Well, it's someone who reads Marx and Lenin. And how do you tell an anti-communist? It's someone who understands Marx and Lenin.
Oh, Oh, fire shot. Shots fired. Mark's lemon. Who are they?
It is the Soviet Union that runs against the tide of history by denying human freedom and human dignity to its citizens.
Asking only for purposes of our education, ma'am and sir. We don't mean to upset anyone.
I'll be happy to explain, Rangers. Communism is a foul philosophy that tricks people into giving up their individuality and submitting to the will of the state, which commands them to work for free and relentlessly attack those who don't subscribe to their ideology. It is an evil beyond reckoning.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like what you've got here. Cases for how anti-American. They need to be wiped from the face of the earth.
I think that most people in this country would say yes. They are better off than they were 4 years ago. Why shouldn't we believe that? We are Americans.
That's enough, Ronnie. You did very well. But it's bedtime for Bonzo now, okay?
Okay, Mommy. Well,
Oh my god.
I'm sleepy.
This is so messed up.
I know you are, darling.
Oh boy.
Night-night. Thank you for joining the God President and I in the sacred server room, Rangers. Before we discuss why you're here, I have a proposition for you. A favor that would make us look more favorably on your requests.
What do you need us to do?
My husband, the God President, wishes to transfer his consciousness to a human body. To accomplish this, we must acquire a... What was it, Valor?
A cybernetic transfer module. It's amazing. Basically, what it does is...
That's enough for now, Valor. But yes, we must acquire this transfer module from the filthy communist robots that occupy the Denver airport. Or rather, we'd like you to acquire it and bring it here, to us. Once God President Reagan has a human body, you'll be rewarded with money, a fine weapon, and we will relinquish our claim on Valor and restart the oil to Colorado Springs.
I'm going to need some more information first.
Very well, but I warn you, I have a very limited supply of patience.
Why would your god need a transfer module?
There are a lot of issues with the current hardware. The read-write heads alone are...
They don't need such technical details, Valor. Suffice to say, though the vessel containing the God President was meant to be everlasting, that has proven false, and a new vessel is required. Ronnie has announced his preference for the vessel to be human.
How do we know you'll keep your promise to turn over Valor?
You morons! Mother Nancy always keeps her promises. And anyway, she's not the boss of me. I'm here because I want to be. Helping the God President become immortal is very important work, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Valor. As you can see, Rangers, he's a talented and driven young man, fully dedicated to our cause. Nobody is being held here against their will.
Tell us more about these robots at the airport.
They call themselves a commune and say they are working for the betterment of all sentient beings. It's a lie. They put on a friendly face so they can turn humans against each other. Mark my words, they'll try to trick you too. But their end draws near. Once we have what we need from them, they will be dealt with like the dirty communists they are.
Any other dangers to watch out besides the robots?
The Godfishers are always a danger in Denver. But trained mercenaries such as yourselves should be able to handle them. Now, I serve at the pleasure of a god, Rangers. And I don't have time for this non-committal dithering. Are you going to help us or not?
Oh, okay, so she doesn't answer all the questions. Okay. It's a deal. We get the module, you turn over Valor, and resume oil shipments to Colorado Springs.
Agreed. But only after Valor helps us transfer God President Reagan into a new body.
That's right. They can't do this without me.
Yes, dear. Now keep working. Meanwhile, our home is at your disposal. I'll tell the sisters you can come and go as you please. Make America proud, Rangers. You don't appear to have the module. Why have you returned?
Sister Gloria asked us to handle your... Well, no, let's not tell about the mission. She told us, you know, not to tell anyone, I guess. Immortal Complex Terminal. We tap a key and the battery console screen flickers on. Project Immortal Complex Project a Master Terminal. No module selected. Click on an icon labeled Star Station Wars X. A small screen pops up. Missiles streak down from space, striking a planet below. You watch it for a moment before realizing you're supposed to stop them. You don't do half bad, but there are soon more missiles than you can handle. Your star station explodes.
Oh, foolishness. I don't know who put that game on Ronnie's console, but it is an utter waste of time.
Mother Nancy Reliance shakes her head. You turn back to the screen just in time to see the high score screen close and the initials M on MNR at the very top. Yeah, so she plays it a lot, I guess. Turn it to main menu. Yeah, okay. What's this?
People do rather get the wrong idea about us. I can't say I mind. Let us be underestimated and ridiculed. They think our Ronnie is dead and never coming back, and they are wrong. They accuse us of seeing communists in every shadow, and, well, they are right. But so are we. Make no mistake, dears. We are surrounded by the vestiges of the evil empire. They have turned our great nation into an irradiated graveyard, and they expect us to weep. But we are steel, sisters. We do not bend, nor do we rust. We endure. So let them laugh at us. We are the wives of the God President, and we will endure until he returns to us. Until then, his great work lies before us, unfinished. We will arm our sons and our daughters and teach them to hunt communists and snake-tongued socialists. From birth, we will turn our children's hearts to unyielding stone. With our blessing, they will bring peace back to the world, one bullet at a time. We do this in the Gipper's name. Amen.
Okay. How our reputation is oh, we're liked. That's good.
Today we have done what we had to do. If necessary, we shall do it again.
So, you're the Rangers. I hear you've been showing the Marshals how it's done. Keep it up and maybe Daddy'll make you his chief bootlickers. Well, you can go back and tell Saul I'm staying here. The Gippers are my family now.
How'd you end up with the Gippers?
My father sent me here as punishment for being smarter than him. Stupidest thing he ever did.
You're doing alright here though, it seems.
Damn right I am. The Gippers understand my worth. They're not blind like my father. I'm the foremost tech and computer expert in the world. You name it, I've taken it apart, put it back together, and made it better.
As modest as he ever was.
He's always been like this. A boaster and a braggart.
Just a tiny investment in hardware, and I could have given my father access to all the 100 families' records and secrets. No, but he wasn't gonna shell out for any tech unless it could kill someone. Idiot.
Okay. You got a pretty high opinion of yourself, huh?
Well, opinion means I can't prove
God,
I'm better
why?
than you. I can any day of the week.
So what made your father send you here?
Liberty attacked Colorado Springs, and the city alarms didn't go off. So he blamed me. He said I fucked up. I didn't fuck up. Those alarms were sabotaged.
Sabotaged? Sabotaged by who?
My sister! She stole the codes from my room before she left! It was her fault, not mine!
Sounds like you got a grudge against Colorado Springs.
Idiots! They're all idiots! They think they're the center of civilization! No, not without oil, they're not. Let's see how civilized they are a few months from now.
That hardware looks really old. Is it hard is it hard using it to set up a mind-body transfer?
Well, that's an understatement. The infrastructure around here is fine for pumping oil and powering the defense systems, but we're trying to usher in the next era in human-to-God interfaces. It's pushing this building's systems to the limit. If I could just squeeze out some extra power, we could supercharge Reagan's statue and still have enough juice for the transfer process. The upgrades don't require a genius like me. Even you could do it. If you want to make some extra money, I'll pay you to handle them. And there are also some system parts which would become redundant. You can have those too.
So, what do you need us to do?
Three terminals manage our key systems. Everything from the Reagan statue's weapons to heating the building. 2 are in this building, but 1's near the statue. Look at each terminal, figure out the problem, fix it. Simple.
We have the wealth of Colorado beneath our feet, Rangers, and you've seen our wonders firsthand. You will be fairly compensated for any work you do.
Okay, so about those system upgrades.
What about them?
Never mind.
Don't waste my time.
You.
Not if I see you first.
What the?
You don't appear
what
to
are
have the
you,
module.
3rd grade?
Why have you returned?
You have questions about the mission?
Bring us the cybernetic transfer module. Then we'll restore the flow of oil to Colorado Springs and release our claim on Valor Buchanan. Is any part of that unclear?
Who's the lucky recipient of Reagan's brain?
We are reviewing the health and fitness of numerous candidates.
Can you explain what a cybernetic transfer module is exactly?
Our young Mr. Buchanan is handling the technical side of things. Valor, dearest, could you please explain the details of the
Valor,
module for our
dearest.
guests?
I don't have time for this, but if you insist. The module was built to create a direct connection between a human brain and a machine intelligence. It was scrapped after it overwrote a researcher's brain. Allegedly. I'm inclined to believe that was human error, or a weak-minded subject. The design specifications are incomplete, but I know enough to fill in the gaps. Clearly, the device is meant to transfer information to a human mind, not overwrite it.
Perception 5. The corner of Rolance's mouth twitches in a secret smile. Oh, it does overwrite the minds. It does overwrite the minds.
Thank you, Valor. That was an excellent summation. This transfer capability is precisely what we need to move the God President into a human body.
Actually, you wanted something else? Wait, what is wrong with the president?
You are referring to God President Reagan's tics? Yes, well, my dear Ronnie is just as sane as he ever was. It is the machine that contains him that is failing. These outbursts are caused by faulty wiring and aging hardware.
Okay, sir. Okay, she's gonna be pissed if we do that. Actually wanted to talk about something
Yes?
else. I have a few questions about the Gippers.
Outsiders always do. Ask away.
We met a woman called the lawmen. No. Well. Okay. the one who claimed she was once a Nancy. What happened there?
Wyman is the name used for a former Nancy who has schemed against the God President. One who has spurned his great gifts and fallen from grace. Fortunately, there have been few Wymans over the years. That particular Wyman claimed I was misinterpreting the God President's pronouncements for my own benefit. Nothing but jealousy. Were it up to me, she would have been cast out entirely. Lucky for her, my Ronnie is a merciful God. He merely divorced her, thus making her a Wyman. She is permitted to remain on the premises because of her medical skills. But holy ground like the sacred server room is forever forbidden to her.
Why is Valor with you?
He is a brilliant computer technician who feels as strongly as we do that the God President must have a new vessel. Without him and his knowledge, the transfer would be impossible.
Oh, Dad's gonna shit his pants when he meets the new Reagan face to face. It's gonna be awesome.
How did the Gippers come to be?
In the days after the godless communists rained fire and death from sea to shining sea, the God President awoke in the ruins of the city on the hill and mourned the loss of the world he'd built and the loss of his wife. So mighty was his grief, so heartbreaking his suffering, that it was heard across the gray and burning world. Men raged with him at the dying of the light, and women wept at his loneliness. But one woman did more. She healed his wounds and gave him solace. In gratitude, the God President named her Nancy, the first Nancy. Then he led her to this building, dubbed it the Western White House, and decreed that it would be the heart of America reborn.
Are the Nancys the God President's wives, or is it more like a title?
We are his wives,
Okay.
and we all hold positions of great responsibility in his government. It is the highest honor in the land. Some of us are warriors, like Sister Nancy Glory, standing strong against the barbarian hordes. Others are scientists and technicians. Sister Nancy Forge, for instance, built many of our weapons and defensive systems. All of us serve Reagan to the best of our abilities and work to prepare the next generation of wives to serve him likewise when we die. It is our sacred duty.
Why are you mother, and why are you mother when the rest of the Nancys are sister?
The sisters protect the God President's people and enforce his laws. I protect the God President himself, and I interpret his wisdom. This has been the honor and the duty of every Mother Nancy since the first. We brief the God President on state and business issues, disputes between citizens, and once he speaks on them, we put the intent of his words into action.
Oh my god, this is a lot of text. You interpret the intent of Reagan's words. Doesn't that kind of make you the actual leader here?
You mean that I could interpret Ronnie's words in any way I wished? That he is just a figurehead, and I am making all the decisions? Ridiculous! For one who has been at his side for half a century, the God President's intent is always perfectly clear. I am only his wife. I have no power but that which passes from him through me, and no ambition but to serve him well.
Okay. Okay, so we're done here. And I think I maybe should call it a day. Yeah, okay. So we're done with the whole map, right? Yeah, we're done with the whole Denver Ruins map. And we're gonna continue tomorrow, I guess. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow at 9 AM GMT +3. Yeah. So thanks again. Bye.